Hello, beautiful people. This is Muhammad Ausam. Hoping that you are all doing good. In recent times, I have uploaded some tutorials how you can create viral After Effects reel. In today's video, I will show you how you can create Saas animation. So let's move in the computer screen. Okay, we are here in the After Effects space. Now I will add a solid background first. I have added a solid background. Then I will add a text. Now I will add three parameters called position, opacity, blur. I will add three parameters into the text called position, opacity and blur. I will animate using these three parameters. Okay, drag down the text and go to the text option, and now position, property, opacity, and from here blur. Animate first position, then add some blurriness into the text and opacity 0. Then drag the range selector and offset. Add a keyframe, then near to 1 second. Do it 100%. Now select those keyframe and press F9 for smoothness. Now drag the advanced option and based on characters select words, and on shape square to ramp up. It will look much better. I will change the position more from here. Okay, now I will add a bounce effect. To create it, I will add a expression on position of the text. Go to the transform and on the position stopwatch icon, click it pressing Alt, then add the expression and drag out output. To create a transition, I will add another solid background and animate it. So let's do it. I will place it under the text and drag it down. Now select the layer and move the anchor point middle left. Now uncheck the scale and here scale 100% and it will be 0. Select the keyframe and press F9 for smoothness. Now let's see the output. So at the middle point, I want to change the color of the text. So I will duplicate the text layer. Press Ctrl D to duplicate it and drag it down. Then change the color of the text and then open the new text layer and duplicate the animator pressing Ctrl D. And then go to animator 2 and delete position and blur. Drag the range selector and change the offset keyframe. So now create a shape layer and animate it. To create a shape layer, I will select star tool and create a shape layer pressing shift so that I can create it perfectly, and go to polyester path and make the point 4 and change these parameters so that I can create the shape perfectly. Okay, done. Select the shape layer and press Ctrl Alt Home to make the anchor point in the middle. Now go to transform and scale it down little bit to make it small. Now in the first frame, select the shape layer and bring it here. Go to transform tool. At first this position will be here, opacity will be 0 and rotation. So I'm making the opacity 0, and now in this point it will be here, opacity will be 100 and I have added some on rotation. Okay, now press the pen tool and drag it like this so it will animate like this. Go to the shape layer and content, polyester and fill, and change the color it to white. Select all these keyframes and press F9 to make it smooth. Now duplicate it 3 times and animate the 3 in the same way. After duplicating the all 3 layers, and it will look like this. Now create a ellipse shape. Change the color it to white. Then add a Gaussian blur. Change the position it to here. And then press F9. Select the layer, duplicate it. Then drag it and select these keyframes another time and select the shape and position it to here. After doing all of this, it will look like this. Then select the text 2 and press Ctrl Shift D to split it, and select the first text, press Alt third bracket close to trim it. Then I will animate the text 3. So drag it and delete the animator 2 and go to the offset and select the keyframe and move it here. Let's make it 100 and then make this one -100. So it will go up like this. Done. Now create a null, then select all the layers and track mate with the null object. Then go to first frame 130 to 100. Select these keyframes and press F9 to smooth. Okay, done. So we have completed our first scene successfully. Now select text to layer and duplicate it, then place it on top of the composition as I do, then animate it. So select text 2 and duplicate and drop down the text 3 layer and check where the animation ends. Then select the text 4 and drag it on the top and start it here. Now I will change the text. Okay, so let's see the animation. Select the text 4 layer and duplicate it. Start it from here and end it here. Now I will animate it again. We have done the scene 2. To create a search icon, let's create a composition first. So here is the composition. Go to the round rectangle tool and drag it from here like this. Select it, then press Ctrl Alt Home, then align it in the middle, then no stroke, white color. Now drag the search icon. Here is the search icon and I will scale it down to a little bit, around 15 maybe, just like this. And I want to also smaller the size of the rectangle. This is perfect. Okay, let's change the position. Now I will add a text here. Here looks perfect. Okay, now here is the search icon. So I want to animate the search icon, and to animate it, at first we will go here and maybe keyframe, and then also I want to add some animation on the rotation and opacity. select all the keyframes and press F9 to smooth. Okay, we have created the total search box. Now we will turn on the track matte of the search box, search icon. So let's turn on the track matte. Initially it will vanish the search box or rectangle tool, then enable it here. So it will be fine. Go to the composition one and drag it from here and place it on the top. Now where the text ends, start it from here. Here is the search icon or search box. Okay, let's animate the composition. At first it will place here, position and opacity. Smooth the keyframe. Now I will parent this one with the null object. Now I will animate it using the null layer. So add keyframes on the position, opacity and scale maybe. Go to the little bit on the right side and add the position like this and scale little bit, and then opacity is okay, no problem. Then go to the keyframes and press F9. Now drag the pointer image and start it from here. Now animate it. Now let's see the animation. Then cut it here pressing alt third bracket. So we have created our third scene successfully. Now go to the rectangle, rounded rectangle, and create a shape like this and place the shape under the composition layer and change the color. So I will take a light color like this, layer style and bevel emboss. So it will look like this. So drag the text from here where the pointer ends. Now drag the icon on the composition and add some text and animate all these layers. Arrange all the text and PNG icons like this one and go here and select all these layers and add a cut. Ctrl Shift D and move all the text and PNG icons here. Let's animate. Select all the keyframes and press F9 for smoothness. Select all the layers and add a cut. Now it will look like this. Okay, duplicate the shape layer 7, pressing Ctrl D, and select all the PNGs from here, maybe here, and track mate with the shape layer 8. So it will look like this. Now we will add all the social media icon. We will scale it down, add a circle and position it in the middle. Now go to the fill and turn off the fill and add some stroke. Okay, now I will place all the social media icons around the circle. Okay, now I have placed all the social media icon around the shape layer. Now I will delete the shape layer and I will add a null object. Now select all the social media icon and parent it with the null too. Here is the thing, if you see the rotation, the align of the icons is not right. Then go to transform properties of one social media icon and click the rotation, pressing Alt, and take the peak with null to rotation. Here add into -1, and now if I rotate it, it will look like this. See the TikTok icon, Ctrl C to copy it and select all the social media icon, paste it here, all the social media icons. Now if we rotate the icon, it will rotate like this. Okay, let's rotate it. So add a keyframe here and it will rotate like this. Okay, so add another keyframe of zoom 0. Here it will at 100%. Then go to here and again 0, and select all the keyframes and press F9. It will look like this. Select all the social media icon under the shape layer. Now we will animate this shape layer. Okay, to animate this one, go to the shape layer 7. It will look like this and press F9. Now add a cut on the search actions. So go to composition 2 and add a cut. Now duplicate this text layer and place it on the top. Take the text layer. Now go to the text layer and delete the animator 2 and then animate it from this position and advance ramp up to square. So it will animate from here. Now let's change the text. Increase the text size little bit, and now duplicate this text layer, pressing Ctrl D, and place the text here and drag down the text layer and go to animator 1, then range selector and the offset. Okay, now we will add the position to 0 and the offset is set to 0, and I will also add the offset to 0. Okay, let's position it little bit upper, so it will look like this, and I will add a keyframe now on the offset. So now on the first keyframe I will add 100 and then it will go like this to 0. Here is the 0, so it will look like this. Keep the text little bit, then scale it from here. Now this is perfect. Go to null 1 and add the position, scale and opacity from here, and this frame share of the position like this. Now I will parent the shape layer 7. Where is shape layer 7? Okay, this is the shape layer 7, and I will also parent with the null 1. So it will look like this. Go with the null 1 again and adjust the position again. Now done. We have completely created our scene, and now I will create the last scene. Okay, to create the last scene, Ctrl D to duplicate it and set the parent layer to none of this text and take it to the top. Then place it in the composition here, and it will look like this. And I will rearrange the text and add new text. Let's increase the text size little bit. It will be placed here. And now I will add a shape from rounded rectangle, and I will add a shape and place it in the middle and press Ctrl Alt Home. Add the anchor point in the middle and go to content, rectangle, and rectangle path 1, and roundness maybe 70 plus to round the edge. Okay, now I will place it here, and I will go to the stroke and add some stroke, and the color will be black. So let's invert the color. Fill will be the black one and stroke will be the white one. So it will look like this. And add a text, another text, and it will be the simple text, and position it in the middle. Take the pick whip and parent it with the shape layer 9. It will look like this. Okay, to animate the shape, I will add the JavaScript code which I have added on the text before. Go to the layer and position. Okay, expression, Ctrl C and paste it the Ctrl V. So it will look like this. So this is the final output here. So I have completed to create the scene. Now I want to animate the text box. So I will add the JavaScript code to the text box. To do that, I will go to the text and Ctrl C to copy the position and Ctrl V to the shape layers position. Okay, so initially, so it will be applied the same text position on the shape layer. To change it, just select the shape layer and go to the shape layers position and change it from here. And lastly, it will look like this. Now, if you want to download the full project file or assets, you can download it from the description box. I have provided the link. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.